For your morning at 5:13, Kim Jong-un arrived in Vietnam overnight ready for the second summit with President Donald Trump, who's expected to arrive later this morning. The president says the goal of this two-day summit is to work toward the denuclearization of North Korea. It has been more than a year since North Korea last tested weapons, but observers point to evidence the nation is still making nuclear fuel and working on its weapons program. That's despite a pledge of peace and a nuclear-free Korean peninsula after the talks last year. The summit officially starts on Wednesday. An Indiana man has just confessed to a 2014 cold case out of Illinois. Police say the man went to police over the weekend reportedly confessing to the murder of his former girlfriend, 20-year-old Kaylin Whitaker. Kaylin found shot in Martinsville, Illinois on Halloween night 2014. And police say no one's been arrested in her murder until Connor Scott came in to confess. Officials say Scott approached police in Danville, Indiana, entirely on his own. 4.5 years later, Kaylin's parents say it has been worth the wait for answers.
I wouldn't have guessed that one. I wouldn't have guessed that that's what I really thought he was going to get away with this.
I can truthfully say to him that I do forgive him.
Well, officials working to extradite Scott to Illinois to face trial. He's expected to face first-degree murder charges. No word on any motive for the killing. More than 600 people had to be rescued from stranded cars across southern Minnesota these past couple of days. Some stuck in 7 feet of snow left behind by a blizzard. And that's why you see people here inundated with snow, stuck in the snow and really nowhere to get out. 911 calls flooding in from stranded drivers. The Minnesota National Guard alone made more than 160 rescues. Some of them had to take shelter overnight, and volunteers came in providing free meals, toys, coloring books for kids, trying to make everyone as comfortable as possible. I mean, shelters for snow. That's a lot of snow. You might have seen this floating around on social media, this dad in Canada who entertained all of us. He wanted to know, what is his 4-year-old son saying during hockey practice? So he put on a mic, and this is what he got. Watch.
Ow. I gotta have a nap. Okay. Let me go, you old fat can. Ow! I'm doing it! What do we want to do? I did it.
Yeah, that's a star in the making. My favorite part is when he goes, I'm doing it. Jeremy Rupke posting the video of his son Mason on YouTube, and he's got all kinds of highlights in there, including the part where he's asking, hey, are we going to McDonald's after practice? It's great. And of course, he had to transform his hockey stick into a sword to do some sword fighting with his teammates.
That's so sweet.
I love it.
I want to see the update when he's 16.
Oh, well, you know what they say about boys. We don't really mature, they say, that much. Between
I think
6
the
and
words
16.
will change.
Yeah, he'll be better expressive.
Yes.
Hey, yesterday below normal, but we didn't have snow, we didn't have ice. I'm looking at the glass half full, and I'm looking forward to like an upswing. Are we just getting better and better?
Oh, well, and wasn't that sunshine beautiful?
I loved every minute of that.
That's a nice
Finally.
trade-off. If it's going to be cold, at least we need the sunshine. Well, here's the deal. We're going to trade that back. So it's going to get a little bit warmer today, but we will have more cloud cover. But hey, still no wet weather, not until the second half of the week. Really nice view of our skyline this morning. A little bit blurry right now with the sky still so very dark, but not as much of a shake on the camera as we had yesterday. So the wind continues to quiet down. 26 degrees right now in Fishers, 26 downtown, 25 Jamestown. If you're in Mooresville, you're waking up to 27 degrees. Same in Columbus, 24 right now in Bloomington. A little bit of a wind chill factor though still. It actually feels like the teens, no doubt. Still winter coat weather in the heart of February here. A little bit of a breeze right now, but again, not nearly what we had earlier in the week. 7 miles an hour right now in Muncie, 8 for Indianapolis. Live Guardian radar is overall nice and quiet. Watching satellite though, pushing quite a few more clouds our direction. That'll filter out our sunshine a little bit more here today. That's going to keep being the picture all the way through the morning actually. Future View agrees. Could still see a few spots of some sunshine. You notice the breaks in the clouds there just south of Indianapolis around 9 o'clock this morning. Other than that though, back and forth between cloudy and sunny moments. Should shape up to be a pretty decent day all the way through the evening commute. No concerns from the weather department. Today's high 39 degrees, so just slightly warmer than yesterday. Still cold enough that it definitely feels like winter, but getting closer to average. Really, we should be in the the low to mid 40s this time of the year. So nice, quiet, pleasant day. Not too bad, all things considered. Down to 29 tonight, so we get the clouds pushing back in. That'll keep us from dropping too much. So just a couple of hours below freezing tonight. And then tomorrow, our high really starts to climb back up. We'll get back into the mid to upper 40s, which is where we should be this time of the year. So it will be just a little bit more comfortable for the second half of our week. Now here's a look at the spotter training. Remember, the National Weather Service does this every year. We're heading into severe weather season. So if you want to learn more about the weather, these are always great. The meteorologists at the Weather Service do a fantastic job putting this on. You learn all about the weather and how to spot it, and then report your spots when we do head into more severe weather days, more active days. They have the Shelby County one today, and then heading into tomorrow will be in Boone County. So check those out. More information on their Twitter, NWS Indianapolis. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Tomorrow, 46 degrees, but it is going to be cloudy. Most of the day should be dry. Thursday, we could have a light mix. This does not look like much, but could cause a couple of slick spots here and there. So something to watch out for on Thursday. Friday actually looks pretty nice. 44 degrees, few spots of some sunshine. Late Friday night, more so Saturday morning, we could see a little bit more snow pushing in. At this point, it looks like very minimal accumulations. I'll keep an eye on that though for you heading into the weekend, Rach.
I can live with that.
Yeah,
I can live. You know, that's all right. And oh, great. What is this? Literally, you guys just saw that pop up. So we were accident free. Looks like now we have a building fire reported there at Morris Street, right between Tudor Avenue and Lyndhurst Drive. So that's over to the west side. Just be aware of that. You might see some crews headed to that area. Also, a semi accident involving just this one semi off the road. They're off to that far right side, blocking that right lane right now while they're trying to get this back fixed and open once again. So this is impacting southbound I-65 between State Road 11 and State Road 58. So right there near that Bartholomew County, Jackson County line. We're not seeing any major backup because volume is really low right now, especially down in that area. Also taking a look here, I-65 near the South Split, and overnight we did see quite a bit of lane restrictions for some overnight construction that was set to wrap at 8. But look at that, everything is back open and looking good. So that's some good news there on that front. Looks like they're about to wrap up some earlier work here off of I-70. So this is on Shadeland Avenue, right off those ramps there where they had some down power lines. You can still see some activity through this area, but it's not shutting down any of those lanes. Traffic still able to get through just fine.
Our need is great, and it's only growing. There's just not enough.
Right now, a nationwide blood shortage, and it's affecting our pets.
I talked to Indy veterinarians who say most people don't even know that this is an issue. I didn't either, but we're going to show our viewers how they and their animals can help fill the needs. So we'll be back here in a minute.